I done heard a few rumors in the street, but yeah, something like
because
that.
I've heard you say that before. I've heard multiple people say that before publicly, I think.
Yeah.
We came deep for my birthday, man. Everybody coming up to fail. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying?
When I look at that situation, and I've interviewed both you brothers before, and I was just like, man, this is unfortunate. That could have been you.
He a cool guy.
Julio Foolio's murder just took a twist nobody saw coming. The only woman linked to the hit has finally broken her silence, and she's pointing straight at Yungeen Ace, claiming he ordered the hit himself. That woman is Alicia Andrews, girlfriend of Isaiah Chance Jr., and the one police say was behind the wheel the night Foolio got lined up. On October 31st, 2025, the gavel dropped and she was convicted of manslaughter, a lesser charge in the case.
Circuit Court of the 13th Judicial Circuit of the State of Florida in and for Hillsborough County Criminal Justice Division, State of Florida versus Alicia Latoya Andrews, case number 24 CF 1911996, Trial Division 1, verdict form. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 1. The defendant is guilty of manslaughter, a lesser included offense.
Her defense team claims she wasn't some mastermind gangster, just a scared woman being controlled by her abusive boyfriend. They said Isaiah forced her to use her car and phone to track Julio's moves that night, and she had no idea her man and his crew were planning to take the rapper out. Said the state's perception of Alicia was wrong.
Alicia, as some gangster queen pin. They see her as someone who has red hair, bright red hair, bad tattoos, who hangs out with gang bangers, gang members, gang associates, an individual who's cold and heartless. But perception is not reality. Alicia Andrews is an individual, a young individual, a young woman. She's well-spoken, she's mild-mannered, she's brave, she's strong. And she's a respectable young woman, as you saw when she took the stand. She is not a gang member. She is not.
According to the defense, she was just following orders, trying to survive, and they threw in the card that might have saved her from the death penalty, the baby. Yeah, Alicia allegedly had her child while locked up, and her lawyer pleaded with the jury that she needed to be around to raise her newborn. But see, the street ain't buying that story. They saying she too calm, cold, and calculated to be that clueless. The street saying she showed no emotion even when the verdict was read. Didn't cry, didn't flinch, didn't fold cause she knew what the gang that took out Julio was up to. One dude hit hard saying, "Sorry, jury, you got it wrong this time." She knew exactly what was going down, and you can tell by the way she talked to the state prosecutor. They felt bad for her being so young and a mother. I don't. A person is dead, and I hope the judge gives her the maximum sentence allowed. Another wrote, "So unfair, she is guilty as the rest of them. But now that she's convicted on a manslaughter charge and sitting with nothing left to lose, word is she's finally talking. Allegedly, she's been coming clean about what really went down that night, and more importantly, why Foolio was targeted in the first place." The rumor spinning hardest right now is that the hit wasn't just about beef or old diss tracks. Word is there was jealousy, envy, and money all tangled up in it. Alicia allegedly told investigators the beef between Foolio and Yungeen Ace wasn't just street tension, it was personal. The street saying Ace felt overshadowed. Foolio had become the face of realness, the one fans believed was still living that street life for real, not just rapping about it. Ace might have been charting higher, but Foolio had the people's respect. This dude made it out of chaos and turned pain into music. Fearless ain't even the word. Foolio wore death like cologne, and he knew it. He rapped what he lived, even when it meant painting a target on his back, and he damn near wore that target proudly. This dude survived hit after hit since the age of 15, walked away from death on many occasions, even after getting shot in the leg with an AR bullet.
So the picture floated around on the internet. Can you confirm that was a real picture?
Yeah, that was a real picture.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was,
Yo,
I broke like 5 or 6 bones in my foot.
His mama got hit 8 times just for carrying his last name, and he still didn't hide.
Now, in 2018, you were shot 8 times?
He even went on camera saying straight up that he had money on his head, said his enemies wanted him gone, and he wasn't running.
Your head?
I done heard a few rumors in the street, but Yeah, something like
Because
that.
I've heard you say that before. I've heard multiple people say that before publicly, I think.
Julio could have left Jacksonville forever, but he stayed, said he didn't want to run from his own hood. That was his choice. Now that's the kind of pride that gets you respect and enemies in equal measure. And for years, Foolio danced on that line.
Everybody else in all the Jacksonville rappers who have a name are no longer in Jacksonville but you.
Be out of town, it's like I just be missing. Like I be thinking about my dead homeboys. I be thinking about some of my brothers that can't leave the city because they leave the situation. Like it's just so much shit I be thinking about. I know how to move in my city. I just love my city, but that'd be like people's biggest downfall type shit.
This is what allegedly ate at Ace. They say the man couldn't stand seeing Foolio outshine him as the one the streets crowned authentic. And it wasn't just clout envy either. Word is, Foolio was getting money too, moving into legit business lanes. He was planning to launch his own independent label, working on a docu-series, and even in talks for a Florida tour that could have doubled his profile. And that's where it allegedly cut deep. Because while Ace's name was growing mainstream, the streets were whispering that Foolio was the one holding the crown. Real recognized real, and even his enemies admitted he was different. That combination, authenticity, loyalty, and business ambition made him dangerous. That's what sealed his fate. So when Alicia and Isaiah allegedly started tailing him that night, June 23rd, 2024, folks knew something was off. Police say she was logging his every move, circling the block in her car while texting updates. She wasn't just there by accident. And the craziest part, but she wasn't alone. Isaiah Chance, aka Gouda Zay, was allegedly the one feeding those updates to the hitters waiting nearby. Rashad Murphy, Davian Murphy, and Sean Gathright, the same dudes now facing death penalty cases. Word is, Gathright was the trigger man, a Mississippi dude with no gang ties, just a hired hand who came to do a job. Foolio was in Tampa that night, celebrating his birthday, switched up hotel spots to avoid being spotted, but it didn't matter. His live post gave away the new location, and within minutes, the ops moved in.
We came deep my birthday, man. Everybody coming up to stare. No cap, man. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Security footage shows cars circling the lot, then the shots rang out. The hit was clean, quiet, and fast. A few shots, and the street went silent. Now here's where it gets even darker. Police documents say after the shots, Rashad texted from a borrowed phone saying his thirst was quenched. But what the street's been whispering lately, and what Alicia allegedly confirmed, is that Rashad and Davion had more than just personal revenge on their minds. Word is, they were acting on pressure. From who? The street saying Yungeen Ace might have known the play before it happened. Not that he pulled the trigger, but that he had knowledge of the setup or stood to gain from Foolio being gone, allegedly. Because if Foolio really was building his own empire, flipping street fame into business power, that meant less room for anybody else, especially someone who already saw him as competition. And that's the part folks keep debating. Was this about pride or power? Because a lot of people believe this wasn't about rap at all. Alicia's story paints a picture of chaos. She said she didn't know everything, but she heard things. Heard how her man and his cousin talked about making it right for Spaz. That was Rashad's little brother, the same dude Foolio's people, the 6 Block gang, allegedly disrespected by vandalizing his grave. Revenge was always in the air, but what made this hit different was the coordination, the patience, the professionalism. That's what convinced detectives in the hood alike that bigger hands were in play. Since the verdict, Alicia's been painted as the weak link. Some saying she might flip again, start dropping more names. She already allegedly hinted that Ace's people had been paying attention to Foolio's movements long before that night. And with how she's talking now, a few more names might start coming up. Meanwhile, Rashad sitting in that cell acting like he's got everything under control, representing himself in court, refusing a lawyer. The judge warned him it could cost his life, but he don't care.
The downside to you is literally the ending of your life via the death penalty. That's the downside for you rolling the dice.
He's already filed all the paperwork, said he's ready to fight solo. The street saying he ain't just crazy, but scared. Scared of what happens before the trial even starts. Because when names start leaking, that's when the real danger begins. Now, what makes this all so wild is how quick everything flipped after Foolio's death. Right after the news dropped, Yungeen Ace, in a podcast with academics, called Foolio his brother, saying he cried when he heard what happened. The same dude who dropped the diss tracks just months before. The same dude who mocked Foolio in lyrics and interviews.
I've interviewed both you brothers before, and I was just like, man, this is unfortunate. That could have been you.
He a cool guy. We don't got beef, bro. People keep saying we got beef and shit. We don't got no beef. I told you I shed a tear when he died. I really fucked with Chip for real. All condolences though to him and his family and his mama. Devastating.
Did you really cry?
Cried.
That sudden grief act, the street called it fake, saying it was guilt disguised as love, that maybe Yungeen knew something was coming, and that's why he started playing the nice cards. Now, all eyes on the courtroom and even more on the streets, because Alicia's verdict might have just cracked the case wide open. But now, the hard-hitting question is if Yungeen Ace's name keeps floating through these whispers. How long before the feds drag him into Julio's case? And was Julio's hit really revenge, or was this a business move disguised as beef? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the convo going. Oh, and don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more stories straight from the hood.